Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Sorry I have a little bit of a slow start this morning, so I'm a little bit behind on the schedule, but that's okay. We're here now and we're ready to go. So what are we doing today? I think just continuing to work on the map here. So we decided yesterday that the map was going to be every time you hit 100 notoriety, everything on the map would get stronger, and if you destroy a stronghold, then that notoriety level would go down. I think all of that is functional, so really all that's left to do is playtest it and make sure that it's feeling pretty good. And there's other things we could do with the map overhaul as well. I have the victory condition, so that's good. So maybe we'll do a little bit of playtesting and we'll see how it's feeling, and then we could decide what to work on from that point onward. But before I get into it, I want to remind everyone that Alchemortis is available for wishlisting. So if you're interested, please go ahead and wishlist it. It's a dark fantasy roguelite auto battler where you create your own synergies with alchemy. And also you could support the game on Patreon. If you subscribe at this sponsor tier here, I will send you an Alchemortis Steam key when the game launches, and your name will be listed in the in-game Alchemortis credits. So you just need to subscribe to this tier for at least 1 month, and you will get both of those perks. And you can also purchase my Udemy courses if you want to learn how to build games in the Godot engine. All that stuff helps me out greatly. And there's also the Discord linked below. You can join that, all that good stuff. All right, so I didn't have my little chat app running, so I can't highlight these messages yet. But welcome back, Clickertail. Good to see you. Nathan, good morning, good morning. Jeremy, welcome to you. Good morning. And now I have the highlighting because I started it later. Hello, Ninja League. Good morning. Oh boy, I sure like maps. Hello, Johan. Welcome, welcome. This is the second largest streak I have had. Nice. 20 stream streak. My goodness. My goodness. I have to stream at like 3 a.m. some of these days just to break your streak. Okay, so let's go ahead and just give this a playtest, I suppose. So we have all of the big systems in place. There's still some bugs in this, and obviously it's a little bit janky in terms of how it works, but I don't want to spend any time polishing this if it's not going to work. So let's just... What? Unable to... What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What in the world? Okay. Anyway. So, I need to turn off debug notoriety level down to 0. Okay, so we're just going to try to do like a normal run here, and we're going to see how it feels. Okay. I've changed my name to the final form now, hopefully. That's all right. I can deal with the name changes. It's fine. All right. So let's just, well, we've got the new map in place, so why don't I go to a different region first and see how this goes. So I'll go to the typical third region here, and we'll see what goes on. Oh, DL2, is this a alchemy potential already? I haven't really done much playtesting with the new alchemy system either, so that's dope. I like that. Okay. And, oh, we might as well go ahead and throw the heal from the Morel on here. Uh-oh, is my YouTube going away? Is my YouTube dying? Hold on a second. Why is my... Uh-oh. We got a lot of dropped frames here. Why is that happening? Oh man, the lag. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Why do I have a bunch of dropped frames all of a sudden? Oh wait, is it recovering now? Okay, I think we're good. I think it recovered, if I'm not mistaken. What? Okay. Anyway. YouTube is telling me my bitrate is not high enough, but I'm pretty sure I was using the bitrate that was the standard. Anyway, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Can I can't change the bitrate right now. Sorry, I don't want to really mess with this right now, but... Oh wait, can I change the bitrate here? Apply. Go bits. Go bits. Bitrate out. Alright, sorry, we're dealing with some technological differences. Alright, whatever. I think it's okay now. Are we back? Poor YouTube. I think, well, I don't know if it was YouTube or if it was my internet blipped or whatever. Sometimes I get these little internet blips. I have gigabit upload and download, but sometimes I get these blips where it just like crawls to a slow for like 2 minutes and then it comes back. So I don't know what's going on there, but YouTube was half broken yesterday. That's true too, yeah. Yeah. Hello, Jack Daytona. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I thought it was my internet that is lagging. No, it was on my end for sure. Hello, Jahar. Welcome. Seems to be fine now. Okay, good. All right, let's continue on then. This dang technology. Fire Arrow Flail, Fire Arrow Rabbit Foot Jester, Morning Star Sage. Actually, I could fight the Morning Star. Let's grab some health upgrades. Just this free one, increase health by 10. We'll go here. So I have to find the stronghold. Goodbye. So I was a little bit worried that... Oh wait, 50% blind. Confuse. We'll take the hag, why not? I was a little bit worried that going into these regions that were designed to be later in the game, first now with this new map change, I was worried that the combats were going to be too difficult because I think generally speaking the cards that can only appear in like the later regions are more difficult at base, but I'm not so sure that that's a problem. Got a legendary. Let's try fighting the crossbow here. Deal 12 true damage, that's alright. Yeah, it looks like I'll be fine here. Looks like I'll be fine. Sweet. Ooh, an upgraded skeleton. Apply 2 bleed per enemy minion card, we'll grab that. Get down, cat. Go, go, go. Now the cats are running around. There's an artifact there. I'll grab the artifact. Sounds good to me. Unless you come across an Executioner's Blade, I think you'll be alright. Without larger boards, most of the cards are not too bad. Yeah. Let's see. 5 damage applied to bleed. Apply 1 holy. And then a morning star again, that's fine. Oh wait, am I gonna die? Oh. Okay, alright. Let's put this in there. Maybe I'll be able to get away with 20 health here. Let's do some alchemy. Paralyze this card for 4 turns if on the edge of the board. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. Unfortunately, this is not really going to help. Oh, wait. Dang it. Whatever. YOLO. Let's do a legendary. Ooh. Oh, this has a negative ability. How did that get a negative ability? Okay, I'll have to fix that. Critical multiplier reduced by 0.5x though. I could definitely take that. So we'll grab the legendary there. And then let's just slap this on the board here. It's got a 14 turn cooldown. Oh, that's not going to help me. Oh, I won though. I won. I didn't even need that. Apply 8 preserve per ritual card. Heal 5 per adjacent minion. Ooh. Let's take that. Okay. We'll grab this. Do I have enough money? Increase health by 20. Oh, interesting. That's only 5. Let's take that. Artifact. Whenever I playtest my own game, I always like... I just never... Oh, Hands of the Fallen. I never prioritize health. So, I'm trying to get more health this time. Whenever an enemy damages preserve, I don't have that. Minion critical chances increased by 15%. I do have a free reroll here. So maybe I'll hit that. The first perch... Oh, the pedigree. But this one's good too. Go away, cat. Go away, cat. Okay, fine. Come on. Come here. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work and you're just being annoying. Hi. I don't know what to take. I guess I'll just take the noble pedigree. Why not? Now we'll find a shop. There's the stronghold. Do I want to backtrack? Well, I don't want to go to the stronghold just yet. I don't want to go to the stronghold just yet. I think I could probably fight these. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm good to fight these, so I'll just go ahead. I'll just take it a roundabout way. Okay. Now I miss my cat at home. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's grab this. Reduces remaining turns of adjacent allied minions, and we'll put this in the alchemy here. Smash those together. Paralyze this card for 4 turns if on the edge of the board. Again? Heal 4 per adjacent minion. That's okay, actually. I'll take this. I'll unlock this board cell, swap these around, and now we're good. Okay. Let's go here. Sweet. Crystal Ball reduces remaining turns of allied relic and ritual cards to the right by 4. Oh. Oh, wait. This turn cooldown is going up every time. Oops, that's wrong. So that's useless. Legendary fire ability turn cooldown. So that is not working the way it's supposed to be. Well, this is going to be a useless card then. Applies 3 fire per allied card that applies fire. Apply 1 poison per allied card above and to the right. Let's just take the crystal ball, I guess. Is that... I think the Lambone Ring is a ritual. Let me see. No, it's a relic. Oh, it's relic and ritual. Okay. That's a ritual. Oh, interesting. If I could reduce the turn of this incense with this, then the incense would reduce the turn of my minions. It's like a way of laundering minion turn cooldown. There is a shop up here, though. Let's see. Let's do 20 health again. Why not? Obelisk. Ooh, the boss patrol is over there. I may have to do a little bit of backtracking. Let's go to the obelisk here. I actually don't know. I actually don't want to use this obelisk because it might change the shop, so I'll just take the free money. Oh, but I don't even have anything. Okay, I don't even have any money for the shop. Son of a biscuit. Okay, the boss patrol went that way. Okay, we're good. I'll just go the other way. It's like I don't even know how to play my own game. Ooh, all output cards have their turn cooldowns reduced by 1. Adds the following abilities a guaranteed output. Ooh, okay. So... if I put Echo in here... Oh, I should also log... legendary cards can gain negative abilities. Delete. So we'll just log that bug as well. Okay. Incense, reduce remaining turns of allied minion cards by 2. This card will gain 1 negative ability when alchemized, and this is allied cards in the left edge of the board. Okay. We're gonna beef up this incense. Heal enemy for 4? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I wonder if this bridge is... maybe not. I don't know if this loops back to the stronghold here. Could fight these things, I suppose. Are you doing a let's play? I'm doing play testing, yeah. Legendary card is not so legendary. Just trying to judge how good this new map layout is. Yeah, I don't know why this has... It's not increasing the turn cooldown every time, but it definitely went up. Anyway. The giant squid. So I think so far these combats are not super threatening. I think there was only one combat that I lost to. The rest of these, like, they're just generally going to be pretty easy. So I may need to change the combat scaling a little bit, but that's okay. But this boss patrol is doing exactly what I designed it to do. Now it's blocking my path, so I don't necessarily want to go this way because I'm going to trigger the boss fight. Okay. Well, I could go around to this enchant, but the problem is I don't know if this loops back ultimately to the stronghold, and I'm at 51 Inquisition strength here, so it might be safer for me to backtrack a little bit and just go down here and stay close to the stronghold. Yeah, let's just backtrack. Let's just backtrack. What do I want? I need more minions. Let's do minions. Oh, I could probably make use. I'm not using my alchemical residue here. Let's make use of that. Okay, anyway. So let's see. Oh, I don't have a wyvern. I thought I took the wyvern. I don't have enough room. So I can do 3 board cells. I have an idea. Oh my gosh, this is going to gain 5 negative abilities. Okay. YOLO. Projects to 1 random enemy card echo. Apply 3 poisonous self. 2 critical multiplier reductions. 10% chance to exhaust this card. Oh. Well, but look at how much poison it's applying. Let's try it. Reduces the remaining turns of... So I put this here. That should affect... Yeah, that's affecting the incense. So that's going to speed up the incense, which is going to speed up my minions. Let's try it. Hopefully I can get some honey and I can remove some of those negatives. But we'll see. Go here, go here. Let's go to the grow board. What are your thoughts on eugenics, by the way? I don't like Edmund McMullen games, so I probably wouldn't like eugenics. Alrighty. Apply 4 fire to both enemy and self. Applies 9 turns of paralysis to 2 random enemy minion cards. Confuse 2 random enemy minion or enemy cards that deal damage. Is there a story behind that? No, it's not. There's nothing like... I just don't find the style or the themes appealing. That's all. Like Binding of Isaac and Eugenics, those are obviously like great games from a like game design standpoint, but they're just not for me. Is that out of half all development since the start? That's interesting, yeah. Is it? It was in development for like a decade, right? You know, ironically enough, I don't actually get a whole lot of enjoyment out of, like, single-player little... I don't know if it's a roguelike or whatever, but I don't get a whole lot of enjoyment out of roguelikes, actually, believe it or not. If I'm going to play a video game, it's always going to be something like Arc Raiders, where I could kill other people and hear them scream over the mic. Those are the kinds of games that I like. Yes, I realize I'm making a roguelike single-player game. Yes. That irony is not lost on me. Okay, there's a shop here. So I can hit this. I think I'm getting to the point where I can fight the boss, but... Let's see. Do I want to... Ooh, I actually want to do this. Let's see. Candle... Oh wait, I have slots to unlock. Should I just put... Oh, let's just do this, actually. Oh, wait a minute. So I've got this self-poison here. Oh, let's jujitsu this. Let's do Plague Mask. Oh, wait. Oh, I sold my Death Orchid. I was going to do Plague Mask with... Wait, what was I going to do Plague Mask with? Oh, actually, I think I was going to do that with the Voodoo Doll, but actually, you know what I'll do? Maybe I'll do that with the Giant Finger here. Yeah, maybe I'll do it with the Giant Finger. I'll get the giant finger ability on the Plague Mask. There we go. And then I will unlock these cells here. Slap the Plague Mask there. So I'm going to be dealing poison damage in addition to this poison damage. But then any poison damage that I deal to myself, I'm going to be healing through. So that negates this negative ability here. Yeah, that should work. Let's see what happens. Nice. Ooh, projects the ritual. I love this Acolyte card. I don't know why, but I just love it. Acolyte is a ritual. This reduces the turn cooldown of ritual cards. So maybe I flip these and then I move. Oh, I don't have enough. How do I want to do this? I want to put the Acolyte like somewhere. Yeah, if I take this, let's put the Acolyte here. And then this is a relic. I just need 3 more. 3 more residue. Or 1 more residue, I mean. I'm gonna put this here. Let's put this Flambone ring back. Now this is saying that it has 14 turn cooldown again. Why is that going up? It's like it's adding 8 again. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, let's hit the shop. It's an awesome game, but I understand why some people may not want to play it. I'm in the middle of moving houses, otherwise I'd be playing it already. Oh, that's a big task. It's a real time sink. It sounds like they totally did a 180 on the game design from what I remember from devlogs. Only thing in common is tons of cats. I'm a new gen, so all I know from the game is what I actually played. Alright, what do we want here? This card executes again if at least 5 self-damage was taken. Since last execution, reduces remaining turns of adjacent allied minion cards by 3. Azir, stop. Astro Cat. Okay, let's see. I don't know what I want here. Guess we'll just take the Basilisk Eye. And I have 8 money left over. Cursed Figurehead. Do I want the Cursed Figurehead? Let's just take that, I suppose. So we're at 75 notoriety. I kind of feel like I'll be able to beat the boss. What I'm curious about is what happens if I let the notoriety go up. This is where I wish I could save the game. I would love to create like a save file here and then go one path, which is fight the boss early, and then go another path, which is let it increase in power. I've been working on a video recently and I sent a concept for the title thumbnail. IDK if you saw it. Oh, probably not. I've got a lot going on Discord right now. A lot of messages to catch up on. But I'll take a look at it if I have time today. Probably enjoy it more going in blind anyway. He played like one of those people from ads. Okay, let's just let's fight this combat here, and then I'm gonna fight the stronghold here. Boom. Okay, let's go ahead. Archangel Melzahel. Deals all 3x damage if the board contains at least 1 minion. That's gonna hurt, but let's see. Oh, barely beat the boss. Okay, so that actually feels pretty good. Boss rewards need to be increased a little bit, but... Right, so the non-combat things upgrade when you defeat the boss, that's right. So now I have to make my way to another region, and the notoriety went down. It did not undo this progress though, but I think maybe this will update when I go to the next one here. Oh, it didn't update. Okay, that's fine. So now I've got a bunch of upgraded non-combats, but the notoriety got knocked down, so all the combats now are less difficult. So now the question is, can I rush to another stronghold before the 100 notoriety rolls over? Maybe I think I'm knocking it down by 50, maybe something more like 30 would be appropriate. I'm also considering just increasing the notoriety cost of every node visit now by a little bit, maybe like 1 or 2 as a floor. Project her allied cards on the right edge of the board, Echo. Let's sell the tapeworm. Made a game in a week and I got first place, and the thumbnail says, but I didn't win. Oh yeah, you probably don't want to put the but I didn't win in there. No. Just say that you got first place, and then you can make it clear in the video that it was first place in one category. It's okay, you can tell little white lies in the YouTube thumbnail or the YouTube title as long as it's made clear in the video that you're talking about something very specific. It's okay, you can lie to people to get their clicks. You gotta farm clicks off of people. So you just blatantly lie to them and it's fine. Okay. I wonder if I could get to another stronghold before this rolls over. You actually got first place overall, but so I'm not lying. Oh, well then if you got first place overall, then yeah, just say that. You don't need to say, but I didn't win. I don't think you need to say that anyway. So the problem here is that when I defeat the stronghold, all of these get upgraded. All of these get upgraded, but then, oh, we've got some Inquisition blessings. Blood reward is increased by 5. Oh, that's a Fox 5? What the heck? Reduces your maximum health by 5. Let's go here. So yeah, after defeating a stronghold, the tier of all the player power nodes goes up, but the combat tiers don't go up. So now it's just like a stomp fest here. I'm just gathering all kinds of blood and whatnot. So I wonder if I even need to reset the notoriety. Like, I wonder if strongholds should even reduce the Inquisition strength. Maybe it should just by a little bit, but 50 is too much. because now all these combats are super easy and I'm just stacking blood and whatnot. Now this is just like balancing stuff. And I'm also making a beeline to the stronghold. So I'm not going to get to the stronghold before the tier of the combat, the enemy combats upgrade. I actually don't even know where the stronghold is, so I'm just kind of like running towards it. Let's see. Oh, cloak. We're going to take that for sure. Let's get another board growth. Why not? Give me 1 second here. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. I should do some alchemy here to get some more residue so I can make use of this board. But I mostly just want to see... Like, the game is not difficult now. I mean, it was challenging enough up till the first boss fight, but now I'm just like... blasting through everything because none of the combat difficulties have increased, so I'm just kind of waltzing my way through, not really caring about doing anything. And I can get even more blood here. Now, where is the stronghold? It's probably up this way. There's an element of the exploration, though, that makes it kind of difficult to find the stronghold, so players are probably going to burn a lot of movement, a lot of Inquisition strength by looking for it. Having a degree in marketing, white lies are okay, but it'll depend on how you present that info. There was a bit of a mishap on how the gem was judged, resulting in only the theme criteria being judged. That means even if I got first place overall, I did not receive the prize. Oh, interesting. I probably shouldn't have sold that, but that's alright. Tier 3 alchemical ingredients. I forgot what this does. It's just this... Oh, it just offers more. Okay, let's sell this. Put this here, dump this in here. We've got honey, though. Let's hope it removes a good one. I think it removed a good one. I think it had % chance to exhaust self on it. Let's see. I don't really understand the blessings. I thought they were perma debuffs until you defeated them, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Is it only for that fight? Yeah, it's only for that fight. So whatever node is affected by the blessing is, that's it. My theme rating was not in the top 5. When a YouTuber lies to me, I don't watch the video and hide the channel. Now, where's the stronghold? I'm not trying to defeat the boss right now. Also, why is this not going up anymore? What the heck? The notoriety count isn't even going up anymore. Oh, I have the cloak still. Never mind. That's why. That's why. Get away from me! Yeah, see, I'm not really making any interesting decisions anymore because the combat difficulty has not gone up, and I'm gonna have to fight the boss anyway. Oh, but there's the stronghold. Yeah, so there needs to be something done about this for sure. This is going to be a very easy boss fight now. Okay, so I think this formula will work. This sort of map style will work. If I can get those numbers in the right spot. Okay. The winner of the jam who got first place in the theme later shared the prize money with me, so I'm not salty. Oh, that's fun. That's good. The count is still not going up. So it just stopped going up. Okay. Well, maybe there's a bug there then. Maybe there's a bug there then. Oh, is it? You know what? Actually, let me try something. Let's go back into the game here. That's 4. Is it actually even doing? Maybe there's a bug with my cloak here. Oh, that's just always adding 3. Oh, interesting. It's always adding 3. So I've got a bug in here with how my notoriety level is being increased. Oh, current run map node set visited. Oh, that would make sense. Current run map node set visited. So it's being set as visited before it's adding the notoriety level increase. State map transition. Okay, so this must be a bug from a while ago. So the problem is it's getting the notoriety level of the current node, but the node is already set as visited, so it's always adding 3. And since the cloak sets the visited score to 0, okay, so that makes sense. So maybe we get rid of this, notoriety level increase. I'm gonna have to redo all this stuff. I think I can remove all of this stuff. Get rid of that. State map transition. And then we want the notoriety level increase. Okay. And not was in boss fight. Do I want to put this in here? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that, but maybe this should fix it at least. Now I'm probably going to want to redo that again because I want to show a different bar for the Inquisition strength, I think. Let's make it more of like a traditional progress bar. But let's see if this works now. So if I go here, this should increase my notoriety by 4. There we go. Let's do 6 now. Okay. So that should definitely put more pressure on the player. Okay. So that was a bug from when I changed. I added this little quality of life feature where your drawer won't it won't disappear if you're like dragging something. So your drawer stays visible, but as soon as you close the inventory, it does all the map changes after that, so you can still see what changed. Okay. All right, that should help. And then I will just change the boss notoriety level decrease to 25, so we'll have that. And hopefully those things together will make it more sensible, but that's fixed now, so there we go. Just double checked as well. It looks like your account was 70 for about 6 minutes. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. So I think it's fixed now. So we'll have to do another playtest. Although I think that even with that bug in place, I think that that formula will work. Obviously, the problem with that run is that I wasn't accruing any notoriety penalties or Inquisition strength. So, but I think that formula works. Like, it's kind of fun to run around to try to balance between do I visit the stronghold or what? And then, you know, avoiding the boss patrol because you don't want to trigger the boss fight just yet. Now, actually, how does this work? State non-combat encounter upgrade. Okay, so that happens after each boss fight, so it's not just the stronghold that does that. Okay, cool. Do you think that this story is interesting? How should I present it with the title and thumbnail? That's a good question. I'm not a title and thumbnail expert, so yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I have some good news. You might get another boom on the course sales. Just let Unity exist. Awesome, yeah. Just saw this headline. Unity CEO says an upcoming beta will allow people to prompt full casual games into existence. Oh, goodness. I've seen a guy in another Discord server praising your courses. That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people mention that they like the courses. Random people on Reddit and whatnot. Hello, Bubblegum Lord. Welcome. Itch has to brace for the incoming flood of AI slop games. How to change the sprite in Godot just by saving the primary file in ASprite. You have to export as a PNG. Godot listens for file changes, so saving the ASprite file alone isn't going to do it. You have to export it as a PNG. And if you overwrite a file that you're already using, then Godot will automatically update that. It will automatically re-import it. So I think this is feeling pretty good, actually. I think this formula can work. It's gonna need more playtesting, but I also gotta put the map decorations back. Gotta put the map decorations back. But yeah, I think it's working. So let's see, what else do I have written down here? I think that's good. We're just making the combats more difficult when notoriety hits 100, so that should be fine. The dancing dinosaurs. Okay. So there's a lot of map stuff to do. I actually have no idea, like the map decoration placer. I would love to get this back to working, but I actually don't know how this works. Let's see. Region boundary. Notoriety region boundaries. Oh, notoriety region boundaries. Oh, it's a rect 2. Where is this being set up? Create notoriety region boundaries. Okay. So the problem with this map decoration placer is that before the map was just stacked vertically, and so it's easy to just say, here's a rectangular area that represents the first area, here's a rectangular area that represents the second area, and here's a rectangular area that represents the third area. And what this does is this just goes through those region boundaries by a step value, and then it will place scenes or tiles or whatever on the tile map. So I may be able to use... Let me think. I may have to just use geometry, because now the map is circular, right? So all the regions are kind of connected to each other. I can't necessarily just do a rectangular bounding box around a region, because that's going to overlap quite significantly a lot of times with these other regions. So I can actually show this. Let's see. Go to my project settings, hide fog of war. So if I put this back, and I run this, one of my students, 11 years old, said to me his dream job is Roblox dev. He will just use ChatGPT for everything. Oh, goodness. That's funny. So yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch of trees in here that shouldn't be here, and there's a bunch of grass in here that shouldn't be here either. Notoriety regions. How is that working? Maybe if I just change how the notoriety regions work. So let me try this, actually. This may be simpler than I think. So let's do create notoriety region boundaries. Rect 2. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So we've got the lowest and highest position. That's not correct. Yeah, this is not correct. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to say var merged rect is equal to new rect 2. Actually, let's do this. Well, I'll just try this for now. So we've got all of the region nodes. So what I'll do is I've got this padding here. Let's take for each var node in region.nodes. What I'm going to do is I will do I guess that makes sense. Merged rect is equal to merged rect.merge node rect here. And then we're going to add notoriety region boundaries. Merged rect. So this is going to create a bounding rectangle that more closely encapsulates all the nodes. I don't know how merging works with a default rect though. I think maybe that won't work. But we could try it. So I'm basically creating a rectangle for each node and then I'm merging that into the overall rectangle. If that creates a good enough result, then it might be fine. So we can see we've still got some yeah, the problem is that I get a bunch of these decorations overlapping with each other. Oh, this isn't even working. So I think probably this rect needs to be a null to start. Merged rect equals null, node rect, otherwise merged rect value merge. Okay. Merged rect dot value. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm just trying to throw something together. Something that will put those map decorations back in place. Okay. So here is especially a problem. So you can see that there's these trees here. These are trees that belong to the first region, but they're all the way over here for some reason. And that reason is because there are, there are nodes. So if I'm creating a bounding box that basically covers all of the nodes in a region, that left edge of the bounding box is going to be here. So as I go down, even though all of these nodes now are in a different region, that bounding box is still going all the way down here. So that's why I'm getting trees from the first region all the way out to the left. So what I may need to do is, I mean, I could construct a polygon from all of the outer nodes in a region, and then I could do a check to see if a point is within that polygon. I don't know how fast that will be though. So basically for every loop that I do here, so I've got the region boundary and I'm going in the X and the Y by a step value. But for every position that's decided upon here, I would need to check if that position is inside of that geometric shape, that polygon. I mean, there's only one way to try that. There's only one way to test it, which is to just see how long that takes. Because the problem is, you know, if I'm placing hundreds of pieces of grass and I have to do a check inside of a polygon every single time, that might slow down noticeably. But we'll figure that out. I think it's like, this is fine for now. The decorations on the map are generally located in the areas where they're supposed to be. We've got all of this being wasted up here too. But that's okay. So yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I use every opportunity to teach them that AI is just a tool and shouldn't replace your brain and creativity. I hope at least some will remember that in the future. Fortunately, most of them for now just treat AI just as a funny thing to ask questions once in a while. But there are some that use it for anything. I try to control it as much when they are in my class, but obviously can't control it 24/7. Yeah. Hello, Jackie Daytona. Welcome. Good morning, Chris. I think there are good and bad ways to use AI even alongside creativity. When implementation is cheap, it's a lot easier to iterate on an idea and see what works and what doesn't. Yeah, I think that's right. I bought Bazaar last night because it was on sale, gave it more time. The same sentiment stands. Too many options at game start to learn with. Yeah, it is a little bit overwhelming at first. I mean, I didn't really play it that much. I probably played it for a grand total of like 2 hours, but I remember being like confused in a lot of cases about how things were working. Okay, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, and when I come back, we're not gonna mess with this map decoration stuff too much. I'm just going to need to do a bunch of playing around with it on my side, but I think it's better than it was. At least the decorations are back in place, so we don't have to worry about looking at a blank, empty map. And this is going to look even better now when I put the Fog of War back. So yeah. I think it's good. I think it's good. I'll just work off stream on getting this to more appropriately stay bounded to the regions where the decorations are supposed to be placed. But for now, it's good. It looks better now. All right, well, I think, I don't know. I don't know if it's too early to start working on polishing this new map stuff, but there's a bunch of things that I want to do. I want to replace this top bar up here with an actual progress bar that fills. I also need to have some way of showing, like, what active effects there are when you roll over. Like, currently, I mean, maybe I could have like a world tier or something, or Inquisition strength tier. But I think a more typical progress bar up here for Inquisition strength would be useful. And then, so that's one thing that I want to do. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, we'll replace this with like a banner instead of the eyeball, so it looks like a boss patrol. Aside from that, I think a lot of this is just going to be playtesting. Of course, I need to add in like regions having certain buffs and debuffs. Maybe I'll add that to this top part too. Like maybe I should show the player which region they're currently in. And then I could show like buffs. Like if this region has a specific, you know, increased availability of certain types of nodes, then I need to be able to show that. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things to think about here. I really like the Bazaar. I have 18 hours into it, and some interactions still confound me. Yeah. There's too much synergy presented to you to optimize on, and the game more or less expects you to on your first run. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the other problem with the Bazaar is it's PvP, so it's like there's always going to be someone that's just better at you at like having an encyclopedic knowledge of the game. And it's just like you're just going to get stomped over and over again. That's why I don't really like those kinds of like one-on-one PvP games that are like board games or auto battlers or whatever. Like, I mean, even something like Magic the Gathering I have no interest in, because it's just like, I'm just going to go up against a Sweat who has like the perfect deck and I'm going to get demolished, you know what I mean? My kind of PvP is much more like shooters where it's dynamic and you can like reposition and outplay people, you can get the jump on people. It's not so much about having an encyclopedic knowledge of synergies, it's more about like just outplaying them. But anyway, that's why I'm doing a single player auto battler. You just have to outplay the PC, the CPU player. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break and I will come back and we'll figure out something to do. All right, I'm back, everyone. Sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Well, so for those of you who have been watching, how are we feeling about the map changes? Let's just get a temperature check here. Do we like these map changes? So the idea that you can visit any region from the start, and every time the notoriety level here gets to 100, the combat difficulty increases. And the only way to increase the tier of the player power nodes, like reagents, enchant, so on and so forth, is to defeat bosses. Do we like that formula so far? Obviously, there's a lot of changes that need to be made. I can add more onto this system, but just as a general direction, vibe-based thing, are we liking it? Gotta hop in a meeting. All right, thanks for joining Jack Daytona. Hope to see you in the next one. When you're playing in campaign mode, the other players are just ghost data from them. You are only playing against a copy of their deck at a time. It's nothing more than a configured deck. Yeah, I know that. But that doesn't change the fact that players can construct a deck that is like so sweaty and unbeatable. It's likely just comparing metrics like hit points, healing per second, and damage per second against your current setup when you're walking through all the events. They're also the weakest enemies you fight against compared to the story ones. Interesting. I've only beat the Diamond and Radiant fights a couple of times. Those things are insane. The one thing I love about the Bazaar, though, is how long the battles last. You get to see visible growth and how well your board is synergizing over time. Yeah, I do want to make the battles in Alcabortis last longer as well. I think the game is a little bit too bursty right now. So that's something that I want to address as well. Especially when you have longer turn cooldown cards. Like if you've got a card that has like a 12 turn cooldown, but it only goes like once in a combat, it's that's not super compelling, right? So I want to see if I could slow down the combat just a little bit so that you can see like your synergies working together more. I was looking for an FF button so many times. What's that new icon that appears after staying still for a bit? That's a recenter camera button here. So it's just a UI way of recentering your camera on the player. You could press spacebar to do the same thing, but the goal again is to make the game entirely playable with just the mouse. So there needs to be ways of doing everything with the mouse. So far seems good to me. Productive changes in a good way. Okay, all right. So we've got two people that say that they like the direction the map changes. So that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I'm trying to think about like what... I think a lot of this is just going to be polish and more playtesting. So one thing that I want to do just from a polish and visual standpoint is when you actually defeat a boss or when the notoriety level goes up 100, I want to experiment with doing like a ripple shader that goes from the player and just ripples outward, and then sort of like animate the nodes that are all being buffed in some way. I think that would be cool, but yeah, that's all polished stuff. I was annoyed by the slowness of combat at the beginning, but loved it by the end because of all the effects that were happening. I think I first need to play to say anything on paper, but it sounds good, very unique. Okay, good. That's all I'm looking for right now is just vibes checks. Of course, the playtest will reveal whether you all actually like the system or not, but I think I like this approach better than the other approach because now it's leaning truly into like the free roam aspect of it without putting like some kind of like artificial northward movement pressure on you. There's still movement pressure, but you can kind of decide like how you want to do that yourself, you know? Like if you wanted to, you could go down to this region and then grab the cloak and just like walk all the way back up and come to this region instead. Or you could go counterclockwise or clockwise or however you want. And I think there may be also an interesting opportunity here to put like teleport nodes on the map, where if you visit a teleport node, that will reveal like all the other teleport nodes on the map. And so you could just go here and just blip over here, and then you could use that. So instead of like, because I think what's probably going to happen if I don't have something like that is that players are just going to say, okay, well, I'll just pick a region to start with, and then I'll just go clockwise around, or I'll go counterclockwise around. And adding abilities for players to just like reposition themselves can, I think, add a layer of intrigue to the map. Anyway, I don't know if I want to do more map work though, so maybe we'll do some more content instead. So, why don't we do some new content then? Let's just do some new content here. I'm going to switch back to the master branch. All right, and come back. All right, what do you all want to see for content here? Let's take a content break. This is what we do when we want to have fun. Could do some more reagents. I just had a reagent idea not too long ago. What was it? I forgot to write it down. I think it would be interesting to have a reagent that removes all abilities from a card. The idea being here that if you get like a good base, like you've got a good, like a size card that you need, plus like it has maybe crit chance or crit mult that you want, but you want to get rid of all the abilities on it. I think that could be an interesting one. I want a capybara. Okay. Project weapon tag to minions might be a good one. As an artifact. I've been doing a lot of artifacts recently, but artifacts are fun. We do a card as well. Clean slate, yeah. Reagent that extracts an ability would be interesting as well. One that removes all poison abilities, for example. Well, we already have a reagent that absorbs an ability. It's the giant fungus, giant mushroom spore. So I think we've got that covered. Use some alchemy artifacts or enemy cards too. Right. Alchemy artifacts. Do I have any alchemy artifact ideas here? Increased chance of legendary output. I mean, one obvious one is like increase the amount of alchemical residue you get. From alchemy. Maybe that would be a good one. I mean, I do want to change. Let me do this then. I want to change. So let me just fix this issue. I'm going to make all alchemical. What am I trying to say? I'm just going to give the player a flat amount of residue based on the cards that are not used. So award residue or add residue here. Yeah. Int residue per card. We'll just make it a flat 2. This should remove the pressure from just throwing big cards in so you can get a bunch of residue out. Residue per card. Reagent residue. Okay. Add residue, reagent residue. Cool. And then we can add an artifact that will give you like 1 additional residue per. Could an artifact possibly do that instead or also? Well, never mind then. Oh, you mean the flat residue gain? Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do an artifact with that, but I think I need to fix that anyway because, yeah, the large cards, again, like, I'm trying to make it so that large cards are appealing, but the alchemy residue being awarded based on card size makes them less appealing again, so I just need to be careful about that. Gaining the additional residue each reagent used in alchemy. That could work, yeah. Okay, all right, so let's just do an artifact here for the residue. Artifacts, Ace Bright. What are we going to do for this one now? Oh wait, somebody suggested like a scrub brush, right? Was that you, Ninja Link, that suggested that? If we have like a scrub brush for the pot. Or maybe that was Jackie Daytona. Don't remember. I suggested, oh, it's Woobius, okay. Yeah, we'll do the scrub brush. That's true because when I played, I had a tendency to just trash the large cards because I need to unlock the card. Was just about to write it. Okay, gotcha. Hello, Leor Max. I stream on Twitch. Love your videos on YouTube, man. Yeah, for sure. I actually stream on YouTube too, but Twitch may be an easier place to find me for a lot of people. So welcome to the stream. Good to see you. We're making a scrub brush, a necromancer scrub brush. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know how this is going to go, but figure it out. Try to make this look as good as possible. It is actually really hard to try to get this to look like bristles. That's probably okay though. That probably works. This is kind of a ridiculous idea for an artifact, but we're doing it. We are doing it. I think that pretty much works. The one thing that I do want to try though is... What the heck? Maybe if I just move this out. Yeah. Let's see. Do I want to do that? That's probably fine. I want to do a little bit of an extra detail here, if it works. Maybe it won't work. Let's see. No, I don't think I like that. I'm just going to put it back to the normal handle that it was before. Undo everything. I mean, that's fine. I don't have enough space on this side, though. Dang it. I guess I could just shrink this up by 1 and then I can move this over, right? Yeah, that works. I think that works. Because I consider you one of the best resources for random useful stuff for Godot. The editor tool video you made was eye-opening for me. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that was helpful. Hello, Forgotten. It's been a while. Yes, it has. When did you start streaming on Twitch? Just a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was the week before last week. It's a very new thing. But welcome. Good to see you again. Maybe add a strap at the end so it doesn't look like a toothbrush. Oh, we could add a strap, maybe. I don't know if I have enough room for that. Or the skill. It's okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I think it's alright. Hi, can I show a quick battle? If you look at the Steam page, there are battles in the trailer. Bruno? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, yeah. Canceled my Patreon subscription since I wanted only access to playtest and pre-purchase of the game. I was wondering if it'll still be mentioned in the game credits. Or will only active patrons be mentioned? If you subscribe for just 1 month, you will get all of those Alchemortis related perks. So you will be mentioned in the credits if you did the pre-purchase tier, the $15 tier. So no worries about that at all. I don't think it would be fair to ask people to stay subscribed at $15 a month, given that I don't really have a release date, and so like I could just, keep collecting the Patreon thing. So it's if you subscribe for at least 1 month. But what I will probably do though is I will probably order the credits by the total amount that people gave via Patreon. So the people who only subscribe for 1 month will be at the bottom of the credits compared to the people who stayed subscribed for multiple months. I think that's a fair way to do it. But yeah. All you need to do is subscribe for just 1 month and your name will be in the credits and you will get the pre-purchase. You will get the Steam key for Alchemortis, so you won't have to buy it again on Steam. So yeah. And thank you for the support, by the way. Wooius, and also anyone else who has subscribed at any Patreon tier is very much appreciated. I'm just gonna call this brush. That's too long. I love making artifacts. The artifacts are so fun. Okay, artifact, create new resource. Artifact, resource, brush. Cauldron, scrub, brush. Hello, Maxwell. Love your palette. Feels very complete while still remaining small. Good stuff. Yeah, thank you. I didn't make the palette myself. I found it on low spec, but I like to think that I'm making pretty good use of the palette, so. Cards consumed by alchemy grant 1 additional alchemical residue. Hello, Breckheck. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, so now we got to go to the... We'll just look at the cloak here. This one, I think it's going to be the same deal here. Rush. Rush. Okay, let's do card ID. Nope. ID constants generator. That should give me the artifact ID for the brush here. So now when I go to my alchemy container, I'll just do this. I'll just create a method in here. Private int get residue award amount. Return residue per card plus artifact manager get artifact count by ID, artifact ID dot brush. And now anywhere where I'm using this residue per card, this needs to instead be times get residue award amount and then get residue award amount. All right, let's give it a shot. Rush. Low spec, my beloved, yeah. I'm considering your courses once I get a little further into development. I use your stream as a way to think about how I can code modular on a much smaller scale than you have while at work. Yeah, I hope the streams are informational. I try to be helpful. But I do think it's probably like what I'm doing right now is the kind of stuff that I wish I had access to when I first started game development. I mean, maybe there were people doing that, but you know, back when I was like 14 and doing GameMaker stuff, I mean, that was like 2008 or 2008, 2009, something like that. So YouTube had been around for a couple of years by that point, but live streaming wasn't really a thing, and there weren't people doing like these long, you know, game programming sessions. Of course, there were like YouTube tutorials about how to do things in GameMaker, but yeah, just there was a definite lack of resources about like how people were actually making their games, like professional games and whatnot. So it's definitely something I wish I had when I first started. Okay, so that seems to work. Just a heads up, my account was hacked a while back. Sorry if this account said anything rude to you. Nope. I guess they were uninterested in me. But I'm glad you got your account back. Dang, I didn't know GameMaker was that old. Yeah, it's old. I mean, I was using it on Windows XP back in the day. Yeah, it's very old. Let's see if this works. I should get 3 residue from this. Yeah. This legendary effect is bonked up. So what I did is I was using sub viewports previously for the cards, and I suspect that was causing crashes. So what I did is I removed all the sub viewports from my card scene here, and I just moved to just having like a shader for the legendary effect, but I don't think it's working quite right anymore. What helped you transition from GameMaker to Godot? Well, I transitioned to Godot in like 2017 or something like that, whenever the 3.0 alpha came out. And by that point I had been using GameMaker for a while, and I was also like, I learned programming from a bunch of different projects too. Like, I didn't just make games when I was younger. I also like did a lot of websites with like jQuery and stuff like that. So I learned how to do programming from a combination of game development and also just like random side projects. And so transitioning from GameMaker to Godot was relatively simple because I had already flattened most of the learning curve, right? So it was just a matter of learning the Godot engine itself. And that was a combination of like, again, like in the 3.0 alpha days of Godot, there weren't a whole lot of resources. So a lot of my time learning Godot was spent just like looking at the documentation, looking at the tutorial projects, and just kind of like trying to figure things out on my own in terms of how things worked. So, but I would say my prior experience was the biggest help. Is just I didn't have to worry so much about programming. Like GD script was like, oh yeah, I know how to use this, right? So the entire effort was basically just figuring out how to actually use the engine. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, the cauldron scrub brush is done now. That was an easy artifact. I kind of like that. The scrub brush is kind of cute. The idea of like this necromancer who's creating these abominations from alchemy with the Inquisition on his tail, and he's just sitting there with his little scrub brush and like brushing the cauldron. That's kind of funny. Anyway, well, I guess we can call that one done. I'm itching to do the Switch. Got 2K hours in GameMaker with a bunch of projects that are unfinished. Yeah. I like Godot. I think the Godot, the transition from GameMaker to Godot is like really, I mean, I don't know what the state of current GameMaker is, but back when I was using GameMaker Studio, there wasn't even like a built-in vector class. So like the idea of like having to do vector operations, which is something that you need to do in game development, I needed to like have third-party like script libraries to give me all that functionality. It was kind of weird. But going to Godot and having like all this stuff built in for you, like the collision system is was very mature compared to GameMaker. You've got like all these built-in vector operations. Just little things like that made a huge difference. And of course, you know, not having to pay for all the modules to export to different platforms or whatever. Remembering 39 DLL for networking? Yeah. I'm sure GameMaker is a lot more mature now compared to when I was using it, but I made the switch to Godot and never looked back. Never been happier. All right. Well, what should we do now? Did I have that artifact? Let's see. I'm just going to create a card so I can mark it as done. All right, what else have we got going on here? We can do some more content. We need enemy cards for sure. Actually, you know what? We're approaching 2 hours on the stream, and I'm actually getting very hungry, so I'm going to go eat lunch then, but I will probably do a bonus stream today. So join the Discord to be notified when I go live again, and maybe we'll go back to working on some map stuff. I think I want to start working on like all the polish for the map and whatnot. So we'll do that. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. It's always appreciated. I'm very much looking forward to getting Alchemortis finished so that you all can enjoy it. But you can wishlist Alchemortis on Steam. It's a dark fantasy roguelite auto battler. So if that sounds interesting to you, check out the Steam page, look at the trailer, give it a wishlist. I would appreciate that. Again, you can join the Discord. All the ways you could support me are linked below. And what is that background music? It sounds insane. It's from like a sound effects pack that I bought that had like tons of music tracks and sound effects. So I was like, oh, I'll just use this music for my stream background. Is it too intense? If it's too intense, we can drop it, but I think it's kind of fun. Anyway, thanks again, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.